people coming behind.
Like Hasbro, I'm really sorry. Call me Otto. Crash the McLaren.
What are you telling her?
What the fuck else do you want from me?
Bro, I need space to come out, you get me? Gracias.
We pass in the physical therapy and rehabilitation here in the hospital. We start rehabilitation. They are in full extension knee and we need to start to move. And said, please relax, sit on the table, and now we'll go. And I show you, I help to you.
The rehab was in the same hospital. I did my surgery Monday to Friday from 3-4 p.m. until sometimes it'll be there until like 9-10 p.m. You know, those were the hours that I worked in the clinic, but then at home I had to still do work, whether that is icing my knee was like 4 or 5 times a day. I knew that I had to work hard and I knew that there was still a long way to go. Rehab day 1 was probably the day that I've experienced most physical pain, hands down.
Rehabilitation is the most important. Why? Because I explain many times at the soccer player, my phrase is, you need to get fitness to do sports, not sports to get fitness.
I still had my stitches and my staples in my knee, and Mickey, the physio, gave me like a draining massage all over the knee to help the blood flow. And I just remember him just putting his fingers on my scar, and like I'm cringing just thinking about it. It was so painful. I was looking at him like, what are you doing, man? Like, can you not see that I've got staples in here? He's like, Hector, I do this every day, man. Like, literally just shut up.
Mira la guitarra aquí. Tira atrás. Atrás, atrás. Tira, 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 tira. Está muy bien aquí. Relájate, relájate.
Have you washed your hair this month since I saw you last?
Washed it 3 days ago. I haven't washed it since. I was gonna wash it today, but I was like, nah, can't really be asked. No one to impress.
Just the viewers at home.
Literally. And I'm not trying to impress them. Just trying to show them how it is.
Fair
Real
enough.
life.
You know, I was lucky to work with the experts that I work with. I rehab with Mickey and Albert, both great guys that have massive experience.
Hector was working here with Mickey and they had a good connection because that is important.
Mickey especially was the guy that took care of me mostly. And you know, we had great conversations at that time, a lot of banter. He always used to talk to me in like this despective tone, like, Hector, look at you, like you can't even walk yet, like come on, man. And I remember he used to make me, you know, he used to light this fire in me that made me you know, go that step further. He definitely knew what he was doing. You know, I still talk to him to this day, because obviously they're people that they stick with you for a long time. I did make good friends. Everyone is going through the same. It's not easy for everyone, you know. Everyone reacts different to this kind of situation. So to know that you have a colleague, whether they play for another team, everyone is going through the same.
Bueno, soy Paula Nicart y juego en el Español. Cuando conocí a Héctor estaba rehabilitándome del trasplante de menisco. Ahí sí que estuvimos codo con codo trabajando, él para su cruzado y yo para mi menisco. Son 2 meses en los que compartes tus mejores y tus peores momentos, ¿no? Entonces, 2 meses en los que te ves en tu día a día, en el que compartes prácticamente eso, casi todo tu día a día. Y cuando yo tenía, pues, no sé, una tarde así un poquito más complicada, de más dolor o más incomodidad o lo que fuera, él siempre estaba ahí primero para sacarme una sonrisa, porque ya te digo que él con su alegría y con su carácter de persona enérgica, ya simplemente con eso me ayudaba, porque me contagiaba y no me daba lugar a todo el drama que podía venir, ¿no?, con la lesión.
We were always there to help each other, always there to challenge each other, and to keep each other company and have fun during the process. So again, feel so lucky that you know, there were such good people at that time going through the same thing as me. Darkest times doing rehab were the fact that I wasn't a footballer for those 9 months. I wasn't a footballer anymore, so I kind of lost that little bit of identity. So sometimes it wasn't just about the knee, it was about something deeper than that. Most of the time I also think very abstract, so you know, many things that I was feeling, I wasn't able to put it into words, and it took me time to just talk about it to actually make sense of what that was. And sometimes just have people listening and you talking gets you really far. I was lucky to, you know, to have the people around me that would help me with these things, and they knew how to deal with me, because I see now that I wasn't at my best then mentally, so I wasn't at my best at dealing with people. They never held it against me, or, you know, they always understood me. And that's something that I'm so grateful for. Worst part of being at home is also what is good about it, you know. I was constantly with people, and I'm independent and I need my own time. I needed people to help me. It wasn't just that I needed to be with them, I needed them. And it was difficult for me from the perspective of, like, you know, how I live my life. I'm just so independent from anyone.
I haven't been recording for the past week, I think it's been, because, well, everything's been pretty similar from day to day. The pressure hurts when I walk and stuff, so, you know, the process is still very, you know, one day you wake up and you're like, oh, this knee's amazing, I'm gonna be back in no time, and then you wake up the next morning and it's like, the knee's swelling, and it's just like, you know, feels like a step back.
Around 3 to 4 weeks, I had this pain in the back of my knee. I spoke to Mickey said, like, listen, that knee right now is messed up inside, just needs time to heal. Some parts of the knee are gonna heal before others, so you're gonna feel that at different stages it just feels different. So don't worry about it. It'll be fine, it'll be fine, it'll be fine. But for 2-3 weeks, that pain wasn't going. So I was like, this guy's just telling me like it's gonna be fine, but it's not fine and it's not getting better. And I guess one day I just forgot about it and then it wasn't there anymore. And now I think about it, about like how I was panicking and what was I thinking that way? Why was I so negative at times?
Here we are again. Today is 10th of February. Just have this pain that sometimes it doesn't even let me walk properly. You know, I'm still walking with two crutches around the house and outside. In my head, it just doesn't feel right, and it just makes me doubt how Lenny is doing. It makes me, you know, I get a bit anxious about the situation. Over there they keep telling me like, oh Hector, don't worry, it's gonna be fine, it's gonna be fine, it's gonna be fine. Like, this is just fluid. When the fluid goes, it's gonna go. But obviously I haven't had this kind of like stuff before, and then in my head it just doesn't feel right.
Family have always been the motivation behind why I do what I do. They were always there since the beginning. There was one game that my mom and my dad worked. My granddad would be there. If we couldn't get there, my uncle would be there. There was always someone. And that's something that I'm so grateful for, because I know they had weekends off from work. My dad used to wake up at like 4 or 5 a.m. in the morning every day and get back late. And then on the weekends, instead of resting, he'll drive me, I don't know, 100 miles to play in the south of Catalonia. And for my mum, likewise, you know, she was the one working during the day and taking care of us. When she came back home, you know, my family just had enough to get by. We didn't have any savings, no my grandparents, no my parents, nothing. It was just living month by month. And, you know, when the crisis happened in 2008, my family really felt it. You know, when I realized that I had a chance to become a professional, which I was like probably, must have been like 2009, I was like 14. The fact that I could, you know, put my family in a better place, in a place where they didn't need to work anymore, that was my goal since the moment, especially when I came to the UK and played for Arsenal. Look, Mama and Grandma. Mama and Grandma. Hello. 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 Hola. My dad helped me especially with those drives. It was some father and son time, you know. It's my dad driving me almost every day. You know, me and my dad don't spend a lot of time together alone, because, you know, every time that I'm in Spain, we're always with family, we're always with friends, and, you know, sometimes we find it difficult to get that alone time. So those journeys were really good for us. So, you know, I remember loads of the conversations that we had, and, you know, it was emotional times, it was challenging times. So, you know, he's always been there for me, so he was there then as well.
Oye Siri, ¿quién es Pepeillo?
¿Qué Pepeillo? Pepeillo. Oh, my British mobile.
Pepeillo.
You see them ones on the left hand side that they got like the yellow terraces, the yellow things on the terrace. These ones here. So That's where I grew up, bro. That's on my block of flats. Hecky from the block. I lived there until I was 8 years old. Shit I got to deal with every day.
Knee felt pretty good. I was building muscle on my quads and my calf and my hamstring. And yeah, I knew that as soon as I got to London, especially Paolo was going to put me to work. So I knew that I needed to be in a good place mentally and physically.
Going there every 2 weeks, I could see for myself. So I was always given the opportunity, an actor, make sure I had the chance as well to examine his knee, see how it was, the range was good, the swelling was good. You can do a lot of things, but you can't really be too much aggressive with the knee. So he was being good, taken care in that sense, but protecting the knee, protecting the surgery.
I was very, very, very happy. Hector progressed very quick, and he understood, and then was quicker, and then I'm moving my knee, and then psychological is positive.
I remember the last part of my sessions in rehab was always walking, whether that was with 2 crutches, with 1 crutch, because you kind of have to relearn how to walk, you know. One day I was just walking with 1 crutch, and then Mickey was like, ditch that crutch. I was like, what? He was like, yeah, just try and walk. And I remember it was so surreal, such a weird feeling to actually being able to walk again without, without help.
El mejor momento es soltar las muletas, porque las muletas, cuando las tienes, al final mucha gente puede pensar, bueno, sin más, pues caminas con muletas y ya está, pero no es el hecho de caminar con muletas, es el hecho de que ese hecho te priva de tu autonomía y de no poder ser tú, de no poder servirte por tú solo. Creo que y encontrarte con que tienes que estar 2-3 meses ligado a unas muletas que te limitan esa autonomía, creo que es de las partes más duras de la lesión, tener que estar dependiendo de ahora me llevan aquí, ahora me llevan allá, ahora tráeme esto en casa, ahora no puedo caminar, es duro. Entonces creo que coincido con él en que es el mejor momento de soltarlas y decir, ya está, ahora ya puedo, por lo menos, aunque no pueda correr, pero puedo ser una persona independiente.
I learned a lot about myself, I learned a lot about the people around me, I learned a lot about my physical body. Family was what I needed and what I had next to me and helped me. I knew that I wasn't just doing rehab for myself. It was them, it was my family. Keep making them proud, and so much effort that they've put in throughout all these years that I've been playing. It was kind of sad to leave my family and my friends, because as I said, it was the first time that I could enjoy them and enjoy being with them without any rush, but at the same time, so happy to finally be back in London with my friends and kind of restoring my life and having the same routine that I used to have. Another step towards normality, let's say.
See you later, home. See you later.